What's going on, people? It's the Xbot 448, and today, guys, I am giving you a warning in this video, and that warning is DigitalFoundry is at it again. You know, with new hardware coming out, I know a lot of people thought DigitalFoundry, you know, which has basically been pro-Sony throughout this whole thing, kind of nitpicking little things on Xbox's side, kind of showing negative but not talking about anything positive, really. It's really been weird. It's really been one-sided, and their main thing that they've been talking about is native resolution. That seems to be the main thing with DigitalFoundry. They kept talking about native resolution on the X1 compared to the PS4. Well, it seems like they are switching flags, per se. They came out with a video late last week. It kind of went under my radar. I think it was about Thursday or so. It went under my radar, or else we would have talked about it on next podcast on Saturday. But it kind of went under my radar. I saw it after the podcast, and I want to talk about it now. And basically what they did is they took two graphics cards, right? They set one to what they think the specifications or the specs are going to be for the PS Neo or the PS4K. And then they took the other graphics card and they matched it to the specifications of the PlayStation 4. Now, it was a comparison video about resolution. And they started like bumping up games like Star Wars Battlefront, Street Fighter 5, which instead of dropping frames on Street Fighter 5, it just takes longer. The games take longer, which is like, that was really cool to actually see that. But they started bumping up these games in terms of resolution, and then they started cheering Sony and PlayStation Neo for the bump in resolution and the drop in performance. Like they were cheering like, oh man, it's doing 1440 and like dropping 15% performance. I mean, that's just a loose adaptation. You can go and you can actually check it out. Like, actually 1440, they said, is when that graphics card that matched the specs of the Neo really caught, like really rooted. It really actually performed well, which is pretty cool. But with talking about all this, I started to see what they were doing. They were setting themselves up for the future. Now, here's what DigitalFoundry is going to do. When the 1S and the PlayStation 4K are out, they're going to go back to comparing native resolution. And you know why they're going to do that? Because the PlayStation 4K is going to have a higher native resolution still. They put in a beefier GPU and stuff like that to try to go up higher resolution natively. Neither console is going to do native 4K games. All right? That's first and foremost. It's not going to happen, guys. But they're going to point out that the PlayStation 4K has a higher native resolution, even though they're upscaling to the same overall 4K resolution. And I say this because in DigitalFoundry's video, they started cheering certain upscaling. They started talking about upscaling. You know, the last couple of years, every game that they talked about that was either like 900p or so on the Xbox One was upscaled to 1080p. But you didn't really hear him say too much about that. It was all about native resolution. They drilled it in your head. Native resolution, native resolution. And now they're talking upscaling. They even talked about, I guess, what they say is a new process with a 2x2 checkerboard upscaler. Basically on a 2x2 pixel grid, or on a 4x4 pixel grid, they only fill in 2x2 on the pixels, and they let they let certain procedures kind of fill out the rest, kind of expand it out, and so it only takes double the work instead of 4 times the work to upscale to 4K, which is pretty cool. I mean, that's a pretty cool piece of technology and stuff, but it's just weird to hear them talk about upscaling. So like I said, when the 1S is out and the PlayStation 4K is out, this is what they're going to do. They're going to attack the native resolution. But here's the twist. with them talking about, oh, new upscaling techniques and stuff like that. Next year when the Scorpio comes out, they're going to say it's not so much about native resolution anymore. And yo, you heard it from me first. I am telling you this. This is what they're going to do. They are going to spin it to the point that, like, well, yeah, you know, Project Scorpio does native 4K, but, yo, look at the PlayStation 4K. Like, it's upscaling perfectly and stuff like that. Those new upscaling methods are absolutely awesome. You don't need native 4K anymore. I guarantee you they are going to do this. It's absolutely asinine, yo. And anytime you think you're coming around the corner and things are going to be, like, fairly analyzed and fairly judged, you can see, like, places like DigitalFoundry setting themselves up to still be on that kind of Sony bandwagon, which is really, really crazy to me, because Sony, this generation, to me, in my opinion, they haven't delivered on games. They haven't really delivered on true gamers features. I mean, some things sound good on paper, and then when they implement them, it's really bad. They still deal with the same freaking dashboard from the beginning of the generation. Like, I don't know. It's insane to see how these people are kind of going into Sony's corner and trying to promote just anything positive on their side. But like I said, this is what's going to happen. They are going to attack the 1S for not having that higher native resolution compared to the 4K, and that's going to happen, guys. I mean, not for anything, the tech that they put into the 1S, I mean, it's pretty much the same as the X1 we have now. They added the, you know, the new upscaler for 4K, and they added the ability to run high dynamic range, and that's going to be a big thing. And I think DigitalFoundry is going to downplay that as well. But as usual, guys, yo, if you like the video, you like the content, you like the topics, yo, definitely hit that thumbs up button for me. If you're new to the channel, you know, you just stumbled across my video, definitely hit that subscribe button. You know, I do a bunch of content throughout the week. You know, we have live streams. I do gaming news. We have a podcast every Saturday with Next Podcast. So it's definitely worth hitting that subscribe button for. And as always, comment. I want to know what you guys think. You know, if you watch the video, you know, that I post a link in the description, let me know if you see where I'm coming from with this. You know, if you didn't watch it, just I want to know your opinion on this. Do you see this road that we're going down, and how DigitalFoundry is going to stay right where they are, and they're going right where they are. They're going to promote exactly what they've been promoting from the beginning, and just spin things around. But as for now, this is the Xbot 448, and I am definitely signing off.